welcome to another video. So I'm here today to set up my reading journal for the month of July. Oh my gosh, I do it like early, so June is just about to start, and it's going to take me some time to get used to saying July for this particular setup. But as you can see, I do have a new notebook. This is still an A5 Archer in Olive, but this particular one is from the collaboration with something. I'll link it if I can remember. But anyway, I liked this one because I liked the like sparkles here in the middle. It's like played off of the same motif as this one with like black sparkles, you know, nighttime, all of that. And I wanted to get something that would match my two reading journals for 2021. I hope this will last me all 6 months without having too much extra space. We'll kind of have to play it by ear and see as the year wraps up, but that's the plan for this one. So I have this notebook here and then a handful of stickers that I've printed. So most of them are from Planning with Kay and her printables on Patreon. I was really excited about these. So this is just a chart that I put in Silhouette Studio to get all the sizing right, and this is going to be my reading log so that I don't have to draw all of these lines. So I'm excited to see how that's going to work out. This was an undated printable, so the Patreon rewards theme stickers stuff that Planning with Kate had for this month. I didn't like the color scheme, or I liked the color scheme, but I wasn't feeling it. You know, it was like too similar to stuff that I've been doing already. So I wanted to try something different, and I went back into some of her older printables and found her books and plants, or plants and something monthly kit, and printed some stuff from there. So one of the cool things about her Patreon is that you get access to all the printables, not just the printables for the months that you signed up in. So this was from like a year ago now, and I printed this undated monthly calendar that I've already filled in, added a happy planner sticker there to label it July. I have this quote page, and then it came with lots of different types of decorative stickers, and I kind of just printed all of them. So here we've got teapots and coffee mugs. And then this one is books and plants and coffee. This is the sheet that came with the kit. So this is sheet 3. This is another extra sheet. I used one of these. I'll show you where in a second. It has rows of books. This one has lots of houseplants. This one is plants, books, and coffee. So it is similar to this one. Then we have the header page, the page with like the date scripts. And then she doesn't do this all the time. So this monthly kit add-on printable is for a higher tier than I'm in right now. But at the time that she was releasing this kit, she actually included this as a printable for all patrons. So I printed that off as well because I wanted the days of the week. And as we go through this, I'm going to be going back and forth through a time lapse. So I'll explain what I'm doing and then do it with a time lapse and probably some music, and then come back and tell you the next thing that I'm doing. So for this journal, I've set some stuff up, and I have sticky notes for other things that I want to set up. Like I want to have washi end pages here, like I did in this one. Where is it? Here, I did this a few weeks ago in this journal, and I really like it, so I want to do something similar there. Then I printed a quote page from her steampunk kit because I really liked this one. I thought it was fitting, right? It says, "The world of reality has its limits. The world of imagination is boundless." Fitting for a reading journal. And then I set up these two spreads. This is basically all the setup that's going on in this reading journal other than my regular monthly stuff. So I have here a space to put my favorite books of the month all at a glance. And I only put 6 months there because I anticipate only using this for the last 6 months of the year. And then here I've got my summer TBR list. And I'll have a whole video about these books and why I picked them here in a second, or in a few weeks. And then here, actually, by the time this video goes up, this one will be up already. And then here I have sticky notes to mark out the things that I want to do for July. So for July, I'm going to put this quote page sticker here to like tie in the theme and then a cover page here. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do over here, so I'm going to enter a time lapse and kind of figure those pieces out. Alright, so this is what I came up with for the cover page. I wanted a big, bold font. I don't know why. I've just been really wanting to experiment with bolder fonts. So I did that here in a style very similar to what I did last month for my June setup. I have a few washi tapes here. This one is from one of the Planner Society's washi tape subscriptions. It has these nice orange flowers that match. And then I had some green and gray washi tape from Amazon. Here I've got pages set aside for my July TBR and my July monthly. My monthly is super simple to set up because it's just another full page printable. So I'm going to put that in, and yeah, so then I'll do this. And for this one, I think I might use some colorful boxes from the Happy Planner and definitely a header sticker from the kit. And it's early enough that I don't know what books I will put in the TBR, but I'll just leave it blank until I know what I want to do with that. Alright, so that is my TBR spread and my calendar spread. I used a header box, some washi tape, decorative stickers. These boxes came from the Colorful Boxes Happy Planner book, and then this sticker down here that says "On to the Next Adventure" came from the Botanicals Happy Planner book. And that's these pages. I really like this page. It's more dynamic, I think, than my TBR spreads usually are. And I also really like that I put more boxes than usual down because this is still the summer, so my TBR can afford to be a little longer, even if I still probably won't get to all of them. Alright, I'm so excited. So this is my reading log spread. Here are my reading log stickers. I will need to pick appropriate colors for coloring in the boxes and the header, but I'm very, very excited to see how this is going to work. So I'm going to lay this down, and this spread's really simple. There's not a lot of space for too much decoration, so I'm going to get these down, figure out what colors I want to accent the boxes, and then like throw down a header sticker, and that will be the spread. Alright, so this is my reading log. I just used 3 different mild liners as accent colors and then set up my chart. I didn't add any typing onto this because I wasn't sure. Like, I didn't want to commit to a font, even though my handwriting is its own kind of font. But anyway, I left it open. So I wrote in the book so that I can write the book that I read that day. An S means start, so the page that I started on this day. F, the page that I finished on, and then the total pages read that day for 1 through 31, since there are 31 days in July. And then I just put some washi tape down here. I was going to just color in the square, and then I decided to put washi tape, and now it's just all covered. That's fine. I'm very excited about this. This spread is one of the ones that takes me the longest every single month. So it's done now. All right, so here I have a page for my days read spread, which I think I'm going to format like a bookshelf, and then this is for the best book. I can put the cover and why I liked it so much. That's the goal. So those are going to take me some time because this I have to draw out, but it's okay. I think I know what I want to do. Okay, so this came out better than I expected it to. This is my days read spread. So I've got 31 books here that I'm just going to color in depending on what I read that day. So did I read a book by myself? Did I read a book with my boyfriend? Did I do both? Did I not do any reading? In which case they'll stay white. And I'm excited to see how this gets all filled in. This is fun. I did not mean for this shelf to be as dark. I think I should have gone a hair lighter in my super tips, but that's okay. Over here I've got my best book spread laid out, so I'm going to put a picture of the cover here in the middle and then just write a little bit about why I thought this was the best book of the month here. And then we get into my weeklies. So usually I do a one page a week situation in my reading journal. Because it is summer, I decided that I wanted to transition and try a 2-page a week just to see how I like that for this last part of the summer, and then I might go back in August to a 1-page a week, but we'll see. So I've got those here. Those will just take time to set up. I think I'm just going to do straight horizontal spreads, nothing too fancy, and yeah, so I'll be back once I have all of these set up. So this is actually like a couple of weeks since I actually started this video, because I decided to finish my spreads off camera since my camera died. It ran out of storage space. So I'm just going to flip through my whole setup for July and recap what I did in the time lapse versus what I did off camera. So through the time lapse, you saw me set up my July cover page. I am loving this thick bold font. Then I've got my July TBR with extra note space. Again, loving the offset boxes here and the extra movement of this spread as opposed to what I usually do. My July monthly page here with this single sticker pulled from the Botanicals Happy Planner sticker book. My July reading log with my new chart printable. I love the fact that I do not have to write anything in here. I don't have to draw this whole chart every single month. My days read spread, which I formatted as a little bookshelf. I'm very excited to start filling this in. My best book spread with the space for the book cover and then some thoughts on why I liked that book so much. And then here's where we start to, I think it's the very last weekly page where my camera died. So I've got a horizontal 2-page weekly set up here. This is the first month that I'm trying 2 pages instead of 1 page for my weeklies, so we'll see if I like that or not. I anticipate liking it in July just because I think I'll be doing a fair amount of reading still, it being the summer. But once fall rolls in, my reading usually plummets because the start of the school year is always a hectic time. So we'll see if this 2-page continues. But basically, I just use lots of planning with case stickers because they make my life so much easier. And this is my last weekly where I think the camera cut off. So basically, I just stacked up all of these book stacks to make one large pile and then put books all along the bottom. And it's just a book-centric heavy spread since my last few spreads were very tea oriented. This was a book spread, but most of them were tea and plant themed. So I wanted to come back to the books. The books feature of this particular layout and collection. Then we have my monthly overview, and this time I decided to separate. So my monthly overview and my pages read spreads are usually on 1 page, but that doesn't give me quite enough space to make the pages read chart quite the way I want it. So I put this here. This is my reading wrap up where I'll put the books that I've read, when I started, finished, and their rating. And the reason why I haven't previously made this a 2-page spread is because this section here does not take up a whole page. It will never take up a whole page because I don't read that many books. Even this amount of lines, 12 lines, that's too many lines for a single month of reading. So at the bottom, I decided to add a few stats. My average rating, and then the big genres that I read this month, and then my month at a glance. So just a little blurb for how reading went that month, what I liked, what I didn't like, if it was slow, if I got a lot of good reading in, kind of what happened reading wise for the month in this little section. And that meant that over here I got a whole page for my pages read chart, which I am excited to fill in and see how it looks blown up on a whole page. I used a number sticker thingy here from Planning with Kay. I was a little bummed that I couldn't quite get them to line up consistently. I don't know why. I'm sure I was doing something wrong, but basically it starts off being in line with the dots and then it deviates and then it gets back in line. I don't know. Let's see, where does it start to deviate? Here, like in the middle. So I don't know, we'll see. And then I don't fill in the page tracking numbers on the side until like halfway through the month so that I can see what my kind of upper limit is likely to be for that month, and then I'll fill that in so that it's scaled properly. Then the very last thing I set up isn't actually related to June in particular, but I decided to add a page for the Creating & Co. Summer Reading Challenge. I wasn't going to do this, but then I thought, why not? So I made this header. I love this header. It was kind of an experiment. I used the Archer and Olive acryligraphs, and it just says CNC for Creating & Co. Summer Reading Challenge. And then I have this grid thing here with all the prompts, and then a space to put in the book once I have read it. So that's it for this video. Oops. And that is my July reading planner setup. Super excited for when we get to this. And yeah, so if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.